Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Kruger and I work for Modern Design Centre Durban. I'm the mechanical application engineer with my main focus being on Inventor, Fusion, Plant 3D and Vault. Today we're going to look at one tech tip inside of Inventor. Alright, I've switched to Inventor and what we're going to look at today is turning off constraints. So this tip's going to be a little bit of a short one. There's not much to it, but it is very powerful, and there are a lot of times where this is something that you want to maybe use. So I'm going to create a part, create a sketch, and once I'm in the sketch, I want to draw a line. So I'm going to start my line tool. And when you draw lines, Inventor's got automatic constraints that happen. You'll see if I go to the left over here. So just below and to the right of where my cursor is sitting, there's a little vertical symbol, and that's the program's going to apply vertical. If I left click, I'm going to go to the right, you'll see there's a perpendicular symbol, and you'll see over here it actually shows you, so it's showing me the vertical symbol that it's already applied to the previous geometry. And when I go to the right, you can see underneath it there's a little perpendicular, so that's going to apply perpendicular. I'm going to go down, it's then going to apply perpendicular here. I'm going to go to the right, it's using perpendicular, and there's no way to really guess what it's going to do. It looks like it really is favoring perpendicular so far. But as you can see, drawing all of this geometry, the program is very much applying all of these constraints. And you'll see that if you window select geometry, it shows you what constraints you've applied to that geometry. Now, sometimes you don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to use my window select to delete those lines. I'm going to start a line. I want the first line to have the vertical. That's fine. And when I go to the right, I want the rest of the shape that I draw to not be constrained. And what you do is you just press Control on your keyboard. You do have to move you'll see there it's got the, so I'm not pressing Control anymore, snapping perpendicular. I'm going to press Control, move my mouse up, and you'll see that now I actually can't get it to snap. So I'm just going to keep controlling, and I'm just going to eyeball the shape. So I've drawn a similar shape. And you'll notice that all of these lines, even if they look mostly right, they're not. It'll actually completely not apply any constraints except coincidence. So you'll see if I window select those, all that you see is those blocks that are representing the connection of those lines. And then obviously you could use horizontal, I could use vertical. Maybe I don't like the way that it's doing it. Maybe I want these to be horizontal and those other ones to be vertical. I don't want perpendicular. Maybe I want an angle over here. So that happens all the time for me. I find when you're trying to draw some line here and it just sort of picks, especially when you've got some stuff with some angles. So let's go and draw a line. So I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to go up at an angle, and you'll see like when I go down, it's obviously snapping perpendicular. I maybe want it to go here. Now this one I want it to go up, but at a different angle. Now it is snapping, and when you've got a lot of lines, there's a lot more things that the program can snap to. I don't want that to be parallel. I just press Control. Now there's no way that it can pick that up. I can then click to put it down. Now I can release the control, get my parallel in this case. Now when I go up, I don't want it snapping. I just press Control. It's loose again. Then when I go down, parallel, close it off, and you'll see that these are not connected in any way. Okay, that's it for the tip this week. So I know it's a little bit of a short one, but hopefully something you can use in the future. Hopefully you join us next week where we look at the trim tool. And until then, everyone enjoy. Cheers.